I wrote a lot of the music all over the world. So I guess I was traveling a lot of the time. I don't conceive an album as such. I live a life for a few years, and I write a bunch of songs that kind of map what's going on in my head and my heart. And at the end of it, at the end of an album or end of a group of songs, I can look back and go, oh, that was the overarching kind of existential kind of exploration. For me, I guess a lover of like hip hop and lots of drum machines and bass synths and stuff like that. That's the music I like to listen to. But being a folk musician who tells stories, I was always trying to work out a way to make them work. And there's great artists that have, whether it be people like Beck or Feist, or there's quite a few people who do it. And so I was just looking for the recipe that felt good for me, because as I was writing this music, I wasn't hearing traditional acoustic accompaniment necessarily. I was hearing kind of bigger beats that I was hearing off, I don't know, like a Katy Perry song, or a Pharrell kind of beat, But I was writing this kind of Celtic folky stuff over the top of those beats. So that's what I was trying to do without making it sound like a Frankenstein, without it making it sound like up here. I wanted it to sound like it came from my heart still. So make it sound natural. Usually it's music, and usually it starts with music, and then a guitar usually, or a drum and bass kind of scenario on computer, and then usually the vocal melody will come, which I will just mumble, and then from the mumblings usually there's words that appear, and then from I'll usually get a sentence that will give me the idea of the whole song. So brown-eyed bird, don't you cry, tonight we're going to find ourselves, tonight we're going to write ourselves an alibi. I mean, that phrase was the whole story. It was like, okay, cool, I can see the people, I can see the characters, I can see myself in them, and they're running, and what are they running from? And I was able to explore it that way. But usually it's music, mumbling, melody, lyrics. Maybe my voice and the song. I think the songwriting. I think the longer I grow, and the longer I go, I am more interested in telling a story than I am about telling you my opinion. So I think in the early days I would write my opinion, and I would write it very straight, like naively, and which is fine. There's room for that. But as I continue to go, I want to get better at the poetry, and so I think my poetry has gotten better. I'd like to think so. I enjoy my poetry more now than I did before, and I enjoy my voice more. So I think those are the two things that have changed, and a lot hasn't. I'm still very acoustic as far as how I play, even though I play through a Marshall or a Fender, and I'm still somebody who wears his heart on his sleeve. So those things haven't changed.